Hello everyone, I am the Lore Explorer, and this is Outer Wilds, and in today's loop, I am here to tell the millions of you, you have all been playing it wrong. You've been itching to play this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity all over again, watching this video just to keep it alive for a bit longer, but you don't need to. You can experience it all over again, all with fresh eyes, because what if I told you Outer Wilds isn't a clockwork puzzle? It's not the 22-minute time loop for us to experience one loop at a time. It actually isn't the pitch you give to everyone you're trying to convince to play it so badly. It's literally a whole universe for you to be immersed in. You don't have to beat the clock to learn something new just to get that feeling back. In fact, forget that clock, just come and sit with Gabbro and space out for a while. Actually be the hatchling. We all get so chalked up in finding all the hidden and secret dialogue in this game that we don't take the time to see what's truly special there. I've walked past this kid 1,000 times, read all of their dialogue before, but actually walking through the village as the hatchling for the first time, and I actually run across Arcos for the first time, a young hatchling still marveling at the wonders of the universe. And we warn young Arcos, yes, ghost matter is really cool, but if you play with it, you'll get burned. You know, don't play with fire, kid. And you know what their response was? Yeah, I heard it hurts real bad. Try not to walk into any out in space. When you're in a rush because the sun's about to explode or maybe because you're late for the bus, try not to walk into any ghost matter out there in space. Doesn't sound like anything. But if you were the hatchling, that would be the cutest thing you've ever heard. Ghost matter isn't out in space. You don't walk into space, silly. This young creature, still marveling at the world, doesn't want you to walk into anything bad out in space. Even if we know the whole universe is about to end in like 5 minutes, don't you kind of want to spend one more of them with Arcos? We all wonder why we love Outer Wilds so much, but it's because it is the universe. It has room for everything. Wonder, awe, existential crisis, defeat, triumph, the yearn for a deeper meaning. Each feeling you had in the real universe while playing this game for the first time is actually imbued into the very fiber of the game itself, into all of these small places. And that's what makes it so special. No matter who we are, no matter what we relate to in life, I think we can all find the charm in the idea that Gabbro has such a close relationship to every satellite that they actually treat the satellites like actual human beings, or, beings. To us, in a 22-minute time loop, or maybe our day-to-day lives, it may seem like Gabbro is a lazy bugger who doesn't do anything but hit the pipe all day. But if you dig a bit deeper, you will find that they actually do so much work, they have personal relationships with all the satellites they work on. And when they're called to work on one, they say things like, "All right, little satellite, let's see what the trouble is. And hear that, pal? You're in great shape." As if they were a vet who just took care of a cat or something. Now tell me, does this sound like the work ethics of the silly Gabbro that we know, the one stuck in a time loop, the one who will literally stare down a tornado, be flung to space, and come plummeting back down, still playing their freaking flute like nothing ever happened? No, it sounds like the exact opposite of that, but it's all there for you to find just below the surface. For years, people have been asking me to make an Outer Wilds iceberg video, but I don't think such a surface-level video does the game justice. It'd be a never-ending ramble of pure nonsense about how the universe could be one way instead of another. But I'm only 6 paragraphs deep into this script, probably not even a full 3 minutes of your time, and you're wasting it all watching me play the game. Go, be the hatchling yourself, I'm telling you. I know it may sound strange to you, life's just speeding by so fast, you've barely found 10 minutes to even watch this video, and you just want to go back in time to the first moment you've experienced Outer Wilds, but I promise you, you'll never get your wish unless you treat it as something other than the 22-minute time loop that it is. And the moment you do that, you'll be just as deep into it as the moment you launched it for the first time. All the awe and wonder is still there for you, just waiting for you to find it whenever you want. And in a way, that's what's so inexplicable about the game. It's a game about space and time looping that brings us back to a space and time that we were in when we experienced Outer Wilds for the first time to begin with. So while yes, it is simply a game about a 22-minute time loop, it's much deeper than that. It's something that has us all looping in our heads for the past. But the Lore Explorer is here imploring you to break free from that loop. Just take a moment, relax, and fire up the game. I promise, there's deeper meaning if you take the time to go looking for it. But remember, Don't sweat the sun blowing up. Don't sweat the giant interdimensional seed about to devour your entire planet whole. If you go looking to beat the clock, you'll never experience Outer Wilds again. It'll always be some fleeting thing that maybe you watch this video to keep alive for a little bit longer. But the very idea that you're here with me and not, say, trying to hear or feel the signal of the eye or ride the gravity waves of Brittle Hollow is just simply absurd. Just find the moment in your day to launch the game and live life like the hatchling. Even if it's only in 22-minute bits, ironically, because the hatchling isn't someone who just woke up today. They've had a lifetime of trouble, of fun, and mischief just like you and I. But if we treat the hatchling like they're solely what we see in the 22-minute time loop that we see in the game, you won't get the full appreciation for them. They've lived a whole life in a simple village, a place where folks just pass the time by getting drunk off sap wine, sitting around a campfire, and swapping stories. So maybe, just maybe, try indulging them. Who cares that the sun is about to explode in 3 minutes? After you've been out and found something amazing, come back and tell them. Share in the excitement as Rebik learns that the Nomai did, in fact, come here from some faraway, amazing, crazy cool place. They always knew it, but they never had the proof until you came along and just told them something real simple and easy for you. You just hit the X button, But to Rebik, well, you're the one who made Rebik happy. So happy, in fact, that they'll never be able to experience that joy again for the first time. Do you see how this video's a loop? Just like the game, just like your life. So do yourself a big favor, break from that loop, the day-to-day monotonous loop that we all find ourselves in, literally every day, and just launch the game. Go find what it means to grow, like philosophically, because it's all in there. You can better yourself with this game, you just have to find the deeper meaning. Like, what would it be like if instead of a 22-minute time loop that we see in the game, we were stuck in one room for 280,000 years? Nothing new unless you make it silence for 280,000 years. Would time even be meaningful at that point? How would one physically and emotionally experience that? Would they even go upstairs to be reminded of the rest of the world? Or would they try to forget all of that for maybe just a moment? And this is all one character literally inside a simulation, literally inside a video game. One very small moment in space and time almost no one, save the hatchling and us, get to experience. But that holds so much meaning, it's ridiculous. And listen, I'm the Lore Explorer. I've been covering this game for years. You basically come to me to learn new things about the game or stretch it out a little bit further. But I didn't understand what the devs meant when they said basically this entire upstairs is a big FU to the prisoner. But the second I became trapped in a room for 280,000 years, trying to forget that I'm imprisoned, but I can't because this freaking light from this planet keeps shining through the window like, please just make it stop. But to me, someone who experienced the game as a 22-minute time loop, none of that made sense. The ringed planet is a symbol of comfort for this species. They use it on everything they love, everything they find meaningful. They post this big ringed planet. Surely this must be a positive thing for the prisoner, a respite from everything. No. It's a constant reminder that they're imprisoned forever. And I understand that that's a sad message, but aren't times of hardship and struggle when a person grows the most? And that's basically what I mean when I say Outer Wilds is the universe. Because all of these things that we see in the game relate to real life stuff. It's all just a parallel for stuff that we experience every day. But just trust me, if my mind can still be blown by this game, so can yours. Usually in these videos, I try to tell you these stories a little deeper. Church's not just some astrophysicist. There's some bro chilling in space, but they need 3 windows because 1 isn't enough. Which tells you a little something about Church, right? They're so ready to suck in every morsel of light in the universe that the whole universe is thrown at them that they need 3 monitors. But today, my only message is to stop what you're doing, including listening to me, entirely immerse yourself in it. Be the hatchling. Only then will you truly experience what Outer Wilds is. Life, your life, experience as a whole. You want to talk about deep? Experience as a whole is waiting below the surface of this game for you to tickle. You just have to take the time to do it. So go do it.